Hey, this is Ben from PhotoshopActionscripts.com, and in this video I want to show a demonstration of one of our action scripts, which is actually a hardcover thick ebook that is standing. It's a really cool action script, and I wanted to show you. This is a random ecover that I just grabbed, or I'm sorry, it's a random book cover that I just got off of Google Images, just to show you guys how it all works. So if you haven't already, you can get your Action Scripts package at PhotoshopActionscripts.com. That's the one that I'm using right now. And I've got Photoshop open, so I'm going to go up to Window, and I've already got these installed, so I'm going to go down to Actions, and I'm going to click the drop-down menu in the Actions panel, and I'm going to choose Book Standing Hardcover Thick. Okay, now once you have that open, make sure it's selected, and then click Step 1, and then you'll press Play. And that's going to load up your template where you're going to paste your image on top of. Okay, and then hit stop. Okay, let me separate these. Okay, as you can see, this one has a spine and a front cover. So you're not going to need the back here on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my rectangular marquee selection tool, and I'm going to grab this whole section right here. Right click, layer copy, and I'm going to drag that over here. Then I'm going to hit Control T, or you can go to Edit and drop down and choose Free Transform. And this is just the front, so I'm going to start this right here. Let me make this window a little bit bigger. Okay. Then I'm going to drag this corner all the way down to the bottom corner right here. Then I'm going to hit the Select tool to apply the transformation. Click Apply. Then I'm going to go back to this image and click on the background layer. Make sure that you're not on the same layer you just made. Make sure you go back to the background layer. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select just the part of the spine right about there. Right click and copy. Now I'm going to drag that layer over here as well. Maybe pull it over here. Start at the very top corner. And don't worry about how small this is right now, because I mean this is a 300 DPI action. It's huge, so you can use as big or small of an image as you want. Just make sure that when you have your final image, like say this cover that I'm using right here, that's as big as it gets right there. But my e-cover is going to be about the same, if not smaller, just because I'm using it for online purposes, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to click here, hit Control T again, drag this all the way down to the bottom, right there. Okay, then I'm going to apply. Okay, now I've got that in here. And as you can see, it still says PhotoshopActionscripts.com on top. That's because these layers aren't moved up to the very top. You always want to double check that first. So I'm going to move these up. Okay, now everything is good to go. And the reason I left the white on the top and bottom is because that's what the actual book cover had on it too. So I'm just going to not mess with it and just leave it as is. Okay, so once you have all your layers covering your covering over this stuff right here, you're going to go to Step 2. Then you're going to hit the play button. And you're going to hit Continue. Now it's very important that you don't click anything after you run Step 2. Just sit back and let it do its thing. It usually takes between 30 seconds up to 2 or 3 minutes at the most. So I'll go ahead and fast forward though and show you the final result. Okay, now it looks like our action is done, so I'm going to click Stop, and as you can see this is only at 15%, so I'm going to change the size. I'm going to go to Image, Image Size, and make sure Constrain Proportions is checked. And right now the width is at 4,300, so I'm just going to take that down to 650 and hit OK. Okay. Now let me bring this up to 100% size. And there we go. And it looks like for some reason with the white top, it really doesn't go good with this action. So if I were to rerun this again, I would probably take off the white on the top and bottom just so it would look better. But anyways, that's really all there is to it. The last thing to mention is it's nice to turn off the background layer so that it's transparent. And then you can right click in one of these other layers and click Merge Visible. And that's going to turn the ebook into its own layer by itself. So then you can drag it into other images. Like say this was the image you wanted it to be on, and you can move it around or whatever, and it's good to go. So that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching the video, and make sure to check out PhotoshopActionscripts.com so you can see all the other 49 different action scripts that we have available. And thanks for watching.